wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Wednesday. How the heck is everybody?
Good morning.
Good to see y'all. What's going on?
I got a new Kahlua.
Oh, you do? Okay, so you're back in the booze department today?
Back in business.
You renewed your Kahlua.
I did. It was a rough Monday, Tuesday with no Kahlua. How did I do it?
I know. Well, it's almost the weekend, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Like Johnny Depp said in court, isn't it happy hour somewhere?
Right, exactly. There you go.
It's not bad, Johnny Depp.
Thank you.
You need a little bit more pirate.
Yeah, you can tell she's been...
Isn't it happy hour somewhere?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell Virginia's been watching a lot of that case, I guess. Huh?
I have.
Have you?
I'm telling you what, dude is charming AF, and he has got all the whole jury giggling, every lady in the courtroom swooning.
Yeah.
He is charming.
I guess I don't understand court because it looks like he has Johnny Depp fans back there laughing at everything he's saying.
Yeah.
It looks like the judge loves him, and it looks like he's chewing gum the whole time.
Yeah, somebody had said yesterday, I think he uses nicotine gum. So he smokes so much, so I think he's, because he can't go and smoke like he would, that he's chewing Nicorette.
So that's allowed in court?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything against chewing gum. I mean, your attorney might say, hey, it may not be a good look and a way to represent yourself, but with Johnny Depp, honestly, and his attorney, you got an actor. You know, my dad used to do mock trial. My dad's an attorney, and he would always go find the actors to do it, people who didn't even care about law because they were the best. He said, because when you have actors, that's really all court is theater. Johnny Depp gets theater. And so even though he wants to choose nicotine gum, they're like, he's got this. He's a charming dude, and they'll overlook it, and he'll make it work into his whole persona. And a lot of it, that's why, our justice system is awesome, but it's very flawed in the sense that it doesn't necessarily pick out who's right. It may pick out who's more charming. And, Johnny Depp, you look at her and the way her energy is and the way she carries herself. I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong. I'm just saying that all these things factor into who winds up winning. And Johnny Depp in likability is crushing Amber Heard.
Yes.
In likability.
Totally.
The way they're being presented in this whole trial.
Oh, yeah.
And that might actually mean something.
I mean, if the jury loves him and is drinking him in like a delicious coffee with Kahlua, which they are, like they're not gonna say that he owes her anything.
And the problem is her attorney. Yesterday, you were playing those clips where they were bringing in tabloid reports, and Johnny Depp himself is like, I thought it was hearsay. And so he's cracking
he's telling
jokes.
you what hearsay is.
He's making her attorneys look silly. So, that's how it all goes into it. Not saying Johnny Depp is right and, she's wrong, but right now he's spinning it very well.
In the theater.
In the theater
of
department.
The court.
In the theater department of what's going on, Johnny Depp is winning.
Oh,
So.
he just makes me like him so much more. I was never even a big Johnny Depp fan until now I'm watching this trial and I'm like, okay, he's adorable. I think I have a massive crush on Johnny Depp now.
Well, a big part of this and one thing that he had said and what might come of this is if he can repair his image, because Disney walked away from him on Pirates of the Caribbean mainly because of all this stuff and it was toxic and his image was at play and it's Disney on top of it. But he may... the way he's going, and if he can get exonerated through all this, he might spin it to the point, because he even said in trial that he wanted to bring the character to its natural end. And so I don't think he's felt like he's had a chance to do that. You never know. They might reboot his character in Pirates of the Caribbean, and if America loves Johnny Depp again, it might just crush.
He said he didn't want to do one of those, but money talks. I heard he lost a lot of money.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be hurting with all he has to pay his lawyers, and all his projects just stopped.
I have a feeling if Disney came and they talked, I could see it happen. I would not be stunned Yeah, guess what? We've rebooted, and Johnny Depp's coming back to Pirates of the Caribbean.
I can't imagine the upkeep on an island is cheap. He owns his own island in the Bahamas.
Ask Nicolas Cage about foolish expenses. He'll tell you. So, yeah, fascinating stuff to check out. We'll get to more of that today. Cover everything that is going on in South Florida that you need to know. You can strap on in and even watch what is happening. Just go kvjshow.tv right now.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
So, Virginia, you might want to listen up because it involves you.
Uh-oh, what now?
Oh, nothing too bad. About 6:50 p.m. last night, a knock on my door.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Well, I was expecting somebody else. I was expecting my buddy to stop by to drop something off, so I thought it was him, so I didn't even look out the window. I just opened up the door.
That's your first mistake, killer.
Rookie mistake. It wasn't my buddy. It was Cliff. Now, I don't know Cliff.
Who the hell's Cliff?
That's a great question. Cliff, I guess, lives in my neighborhood.
Cliff Clavin?
He goes, hey, Jay Bird, hey, don't mean to bother you. This will be real quick. I was just wondering, is there any way you could tell me Virginia's crawfish recipe, please?
What?
I was like, okay, Cliff, I will, I'll jot it down and run it on over to you.
Oh, you just have that laying out? Well, you know what, Cliff? I had it right here by the door.
I have it written down because I wrote it down for Voodoo Bayou like 2 years ago when they first started doing crawfish. It's 3 pages long of how to boil crawfish.
So I'll give Cliff your address. I'll have him stop by your place.
I have a guard gate. Cliff ain't getting in.
I think I need a guard
You need a guard gate. We should do a GoFundMe so we can build Jay Bird a guard gate.
Okay.
Because he gets the weirdest ass knocks.
Well, guard gates are not cheap. You have to pay for the security guy and the actual guard gate.
We're going to do a GoFundMe, boo.
Of $20,000. That's a good.
You're a national treasure. We got to protect
I see
you.
this going down pretty well.
Yeah, it's another great idea.
Cliff was just doing a recognizance for when he's going to come back and murder you.
I think
this was just him looking in to see how easy you're to get to.
I think Cliff might have been a little buzzed up on a Tuesday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really do think so.
Okay.
I said, I don't know, Cliff. I know there's a lot of crawfish involved. I'll get back to you.
Did you get Cliff's email?
I got some of his information, yeah.
All right, I can email him.
That's good
but
news.
Chances are he's coming back.
Good news, Cliff.
That's what happens when you open the door. They come back.
Yeah.
I know.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, somebody hit my mailbox.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if Mags and Rocco are working together on this one or what. So we've got one of those Ring doorbell cameras. And the way that it faces right at like the front of my house. So the mailbox is right at the front. Now, granted, it's kind of far, but when somebody hit this mailbox, you would clearly be able to see it on the Ring camera. Rocco controls all the home security system and the Ring doorbell.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He's your security chief?
He's got the passwords. He's got the technology. He's got it all on his phone. And honestly, I like him doing it because that means I don't have to. It's one less thing I don't have to know how to do and memorize.
So security is in the hands of the 6-year-old.
6-year-old, yes. He handles all of that.
Okay.
So I went to him yesterday and I said, Bud, do you know anything about someone hitting our mailbox with their car? Because the mailbox is real shaky.
Oh, okay.
And it's all like bent. And I can tell somebody hit it. And he got this look on his face like he knew something, but he wasn't allowed to talk.
Oh,
I was like, what's this about? And then I asked him if we could go back and look at the Ring doorbell footage. And he goes, nope, sorry, it wasn't working on that weekend.
Very suspicious.
I didn't say that it happened on any particular weekend.
Yeah, he volunteered and just happened to know right away.
Yeah. He volunteered that it didn't happen. So I wasn't able to question her last night because Magnolia didn't get home till later.
Oh.
But I think that they're working in cahoots. And he deleted the Ring doorbell footage because one of her friends hit my mailbox.
Wow.
Do you think it was her friend? Was it possibly Mags who hit it?
It could have been Mags, but on the weekends, her friends come over. And I think it was one of her friends. She navigates the driveway pretty good. I've watched her do it. But her friends, I mean, they're just cowboys. They don't, they pull in their big trucks, their Jupiter trucks.
That footage is somewhere, you know that.
I know.
You can get that footage.
How?
Well, if they deleted it, you can get deleted footage back.
Okay.
They do it all the time in murder cases. Now, I don't know if the police are going to help you with this one.
Yeah.
Maybe ask Cliff.
But you know how nothing's truly ever deleted anymore these days.
I know. You can always salvage, it's on a hard drive.
Well, not only that, here's how they also solve these cases. Is if you don't have the doorbell working, the Ring doorbell, your neighbor does. I know there's some people up in Tequesta that's got cameras up there.
No, but my neighbor on the left hates me. They're not going to give me their footage.
It would only be the left that could get it. The no one else.
The one on the right doesn't have a Ring doorbell.
What if the neighbors that hate you are the one that actually hit your mailbox?
It's possible. I would highly doubt that it was them because they're so pristine and clean cut and never drink and never smile and just never apparently enjoy life.
We call that a cover.
I don't see them hitting
All
the
right,
mailbox.
okay.
I think it was Mags and her friends. I really, really do. And I think Rocco is covering for them. And I'm on to y'all.
Yeah, but what's going to happen? I mean, big deal. They're probably going to go, the witch ain't going to do anything. Oh, boo. What are you going to do about it? If they hit it, what happens?
Well, if I could see the footage and see which kid it was and see which car, I would say something to that kid. Like, hey, that's how you hit my mailbox and the Ring doorbell.
And that's it? That's
all they get?
Anticlimactic?
I just want them to know that I know.
Okay.
And I want to set a new precedent that if you do damage, come tell me.
Okay.
Don't let me find out about it.
Yeah, people are saying you pay for the Ring doorbell service, you can get that footage back.
From Ring.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, dog. It's 2022.
So you contact them directly, and they've got a master database, and they always hold on to all of your footage?
That I can't speak on, but
Okay.
in today's day and age, I know you can get your footage back.
I can work around Rocco.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need his help.
That shows you that if this is true, it shows a lot that's going on right now, Sinicki.
I
And
know.
You gotta get your house in order because that means Rocco and Max is working in cahoots together. What happens if you found out it was Panda and they're all protecting Panda?
Damn.
Okay, yeah, that could be as well.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, Panda is the one that noticed it. He's the one that came running in the house. He's like, somebody hit the mailbox.
Oh, that's like someone calling, I just found a dead body. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But there's blood on your hands.
Great diversionary tactic, yeah.
So Panda hit the mailbox. The children are covering for him because he's scared to tell me.
Could be. I mean, that's a possibility.
And then
Jaybird, you're good.
And then I think you have to really go deep and go, why is Panda so afraid to tell me things? I think this opens a lot of questions right now.
Yeah, take that to family therapy, I think.
Yes. Take
Yeah.
the footage to family therapy.
Yeah. Sinicki's need to sit down for a talk.
What a story.
What I got on my mind here today, Miami Heat. They advanced second round of the playoffs. They beat the Atlanta Hawks last night, 97-94, and the Heat were shorthanded too. Arguably their best player, Jimmy Butler, did not even play last night. Kyle Lowry also was out, but they took care of the Hawks 4-1. They got the 76ers or Raptors on Monday night at FTX Arena in Miami. Be excited to see them do that. And I'm often critical, but I got to give props where props are due. You seen the Marlins? 8-8, 500, and in second place in the NL East, beat the Nationals last night in Washington 5-2. So got to give them a little bit of love. I mean, how often do you get to say the Marlins are in second place?
Should we go to a Marlins game?
I'd love to, yeah.
I really want to try the world's best pizza. Remember,
Okay.
they said.
It got mixed reviews. They got mixed reviews.
You guys can bring one back for me.
Damn, you're the baseball fan on the show. If he won't even go to a Marlins game, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
What if we do the bright line, Boo? It'd be fun.
First of all, I am not comfortable. Do you ever call me Boo? Don't ever do that again.
Sorry, that's the Kahlua.
That is. My gosh, already?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even in the first
Well,
dirt.
I poured a big helping because I didn't get any on Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, so you're making up for it. So Monday and Tuesday's portion has gone into Wednesday's cup along with Wednesday?
You get me.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, now I see her drinking Kahlua. Now I kind of want some.
You want some Kahlua?
Sorry, Kevin.
It's only
Danny Susan might
6:23.
want to get out of here.
Save yourselves. Abort.
Well, it's almost as if she's like endorsing Kahlua. It's always in my brain now.
Look,
Yeah.
it goes so nice with coffee. I also added a little bit of this, little natural bliss coffee creamer. Oh,
She's doing a commercial right now.
it's so balanced.
I know.
Taste it. Taste it.
You
Seriously.
need to open a to-go window out there, Virginia.
Isn't that good?
Kahlua, great for everyone driving to work.
No. Just
okay. No.
fix it after you get to work.
Okay, sorry.
Fix it after. Yeah, teachers, when you get into class, that's when you fix it.
Teachers
they know.
deserve Kahlua the most.
Oh, they know.
Oh, I know there's some teachers out there getting their
Don't
their
go
tipsy
crazy.
on.
Don't go crazy, teachers. But you should be allowed to have a shot in your coffee.
Okay.
Oh, I know that it happens.
Okay.
There's someone going to work right now as a teacher going, I cannot wait to get my drink on.
My nip.
My nip.
Just a little morning nip.
Morning nip. Well, in South Florida, we've got such a transient community that a lot of times regionalisms can be very confusing. I know where I am from, in southeastern Ohio, if you wanted a Coke or a Pepsi, you would say, hey, can I have a pop? P-O-P. And that was how we asked for it. And I remember when I first moved to New York City and asked for a pop, they're like, you want a what? Like, are you talking about your dad? I was like, no. I'm like, a Coke, a Pepsi, like that's a soda. Like a soda. And I thought like soda was soda water, like what grandmas drank.
Yeah, even in northern Florida, when I was playing ball up at Chipola Junior College, which is the borderline of Georgia, Alabama, they called it pop up there. Mm-hmm. And that's in Florida.
Yeah, and that's why South Florida is so different. In Florida itself is so different because the whole state is just different factions. We're about like 4 different states, kind of all really wrapped up into one. And South Florida really should be its own state from about, Port St. Lucie or at least Palm Beach down.
The Panhandle is kind of Alabama too.
It is. No, it is straight up
Alabama needs. Look, y'all can have it, Alabama. We need to give Alabama the Panhandle.
There is a part of Florida that's not Florida anymore. She's right.
Yeah, and we're in the different part. And we're in the part where you have more ethnicities, more regionalisms mixing up, I think, than really anywhere else. At least the people that I know more in Central or North Florida, they're the ones, they've been there forever, and their families have been there forever, and they're crackers through and through. Down in South Florida.
Down here, you got some diversity, some fun, some flavor.
European,
yes.
Latin America, all that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of like, where do we land on that? Because in South Florida, I realize pop doesn't win here. If you say pop in South Florida, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Soda wins because of the New York influence down here. So if you're asking for a Coke or a Pepsi, you go with soda. South Florida knows what you're talking about. This one, I don't know. So we need to settle this. We got this email said I was riding in my car with my wife yesterday, who's originally from New Mexico, but has lived in Hawaii, Texas, and Louisiana. She reaches over and she hits me and she says, slug bug, no slug backs. I look over and I say, WTF? You mean punch buggy, no punch back? She then looked at me and said, WTF. Then the great debate began. We both have never heard of each other saying, so can you settle what it is called and where? So if we're talking about South Florida, where do we land on that? Now, to me, I had always heard slug bug. I've never heard punch buggy.
I have never heard slug bug. I've always heard punch buggy, no punch backs.
It's punch back. No, it's the punch buggy, no punch backs. He's right.
Okay. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. For me, southeastern Ohio, that's slug bug. At least that's what I knew. I'd never heard of punch buggy, no punch back.
Slug bug.
Yeah, that's what we call it. You saw a Volkswagen, it was a slug bug.
Never.
Really? Okay. So I'll have Suits put up a poll and just ask, so what is the proper term for South Florida? What do a majority of people do? Because that's really about the only way we can handle this is with our chat room we can put up for people who are in South Florida, what term do we use? You know.
You ever use it? Struck truck? Ooh, I see a truck. You just got struck. You ever hear that one? Struck truck? Is this thing? Hello, guys?
Just let it hang.
Just let it hang.
Let it hang.
Just let it go.
Just let it hang like a fart in a closet.
Let him just deal with it on his own.
Yeah.
At least I'm over here trying, dog.
It's his own
I'm
problem.
seeing for myself.
Yeah. Okay, trying to sort out some regionalisms here. Is it slug bug or punch buggy? That is the whole thing where you wind up seeing a Volkswagen driving on the road and you reach over and you punch your little brother or sister, whatever it might do. That's just what kids do. They hit each other a lot, and I know parents hate it, but that's just what happens. So we're trying to sort out exactly what it is and what is it for South Florida. Now, what I'm seeing text-wise, people are saying, I grew up in Florida. It's definitely punch buggy. And somebody else said, yeah, born and raised in South Florida, punch buggy is it. So, Jaybird, you're born and raised South Florida, and so you're going for that as well. And right now in the KVJ TV chat, it's not even close. It's 94% for Punch Buggy and then 6% for Slug Bug. So Punch Buggy is definitely the bigger term here.
Oh, yeah, here in SoFlo, absolutely.
Yeah. So exactly why? I think that's kind of an interesting thing. Where did this actually come from? Now, I'm getting texts from all over the place. Sugar Grove, Ohio, which is not far from where I grew up. Yeah, Slug Bug.
Sugar Grove.
Yeah, Sugar Grove.
That sounds like a very peaceful place.
It's a lot more peaceful in my town. They don't murder as much there.
Sugar Grove.
Yeah, they're pretty much murder free. It's Motor City Mongo from Detroit. He just got hold of us. There it's Slug Bug.
Oh. Maybe in your region.
Yeah, Alabama, it is Slug Bug. New Jersey, it's Punch Buggy, and that's probably one of the reasons, too. It seems like we always have, the tri-state area in South Florida kind of linking up. Somebody else said, yeah, they're listening in South Dakota, and they said that it is Slug Bug and Pop.
Dang, we got Dakota listeners.
South Dakota? What's up there? What y'all doing?
Yeah, what is...
They're cold.
I mean, what is going on? Is anything...
Are they still cold?
Yeah, they had a blizzard in North Dakota this week.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Crazy.
it seems like it's already desolate out there. The cold probably just makes it so much more lonely.
It's hard land. It hardens a person.
I bet it does.
You're weathered. You can live through anything, including if somebody sees a Volkswagen and punches you. You can handle it. You're okay with it.
See, yeah, I mean, as a kid, you had to, deal with it. But as an adult, if anybody comes along and goes, Punch Buggy, and punches me because they just saw a Volkswagen, it's going down.
Yeah, don't punch me on a road trip. I'm not going to like
kid
that.
thing. It's a kid thing.
Call me old-fashioned.
Hopefully you've grown out of it.
Please, don't punch adults.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Somebody said, I was born in Virginia, have lived in Florida for many years, and only knew Punch Buggy. So Virginia was Punch Buggy. But when I had my children, we had to change it to Touch Buggy because they were beating the bleep out of each other. So they had to try to downgrade from punching to just a touch. So that's a good way, that's good parenting is what that is. Okay, so maybe you're playing Punch Buggy or Slug Bug or whatever in the back of the car, and Mom was flipping out because she doesn't like her kids touching each other. Mom, come on, this is what kids do, right? So did you ever get a punishment? And what was the weirdest punishment you ever got as a kid? One of the ones that I saw that they had in this BuzzFeed article was the hitting gloves. It was oven mitts, and they would have to put those on for 30 minutes if they're smacking around their brothers and sisters. And so if they took it off in that time, then they'd have to put it back on for a whole other 30 minutes. So that's kind of, unique and entertaining. Cool little way to punish a kid. Somebody else said, my mom would only let my brother and me fight while speaking with accents, which always ended in us laughing. So she's like, if you're going to fight, you have to talk like you're British.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
She said she'd also have us dance fight when we were mad at each other. Okay. It's kind of a nice way to handle it.
One time when I was a lippy teen, I told my mother that I was going out, and she was like, no, you're not. It's a school night. And I'm like, yes, I am. I'm going to see my friends. And so she pushed me on the bed and sat on me, and I literally could not get up.
Oh, really?
And we just hung out there for 20 minutes until I calmed down.
Just sat on you, huh?
She sat on me.
That'd be awesome if she would live down. So she lived down here. So she could do that to you anytime you get unruly in here.
Throw you down, just sit right on you.
Yeah.
It's pretty genius, yeah. Some other person said, when I got in trouble, my mom would make me jog around the neighborhood while she followed me in her car blaring ABBA. She said the running would raise my endorphins so I wouldn't be so rude.
Yeah, I used to give baseball lessons to this kid, and his dad was crazy. He's this Cajun guy, and he would make him.
Cajuns are crazy.
If he thought his kid was messing up or not concentrating, he'd stop the lesson that I was giving him and make him run around their little lake, and the whole time like, "I told you to stay back on that curveball, boy. I said stay back, boy." The whole time, it was so uncomfortable.
Somebody else said one time I had to wear lipstick to the store with my mom because she thought I had messed with her cosmetics. By the way, I did not, so just imagine the joy of me seeing fellow classmates in the store as we shopped. That's kind of tough. Yeah, that's the only thing, parents, you got to get it right.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're accurate with the accusation.
Got to get it right, parents. Another person said, my nephew was goofing off in school in order to impress girls, so my sister bought him an ugly purple suit at Goodwill and made him wear it every day for a week so that he could get the attention he was craving. But unfortunately, it backfired because by the end of the week, other guys started wearing suits to school, having seen all the attention he was getting from everyone, so he became the coolest kid by wearing that purple suit from Goodwill.
He flipped it. He
flipped it.
He 8-miled you.
Yeah, he did. It's kind of hard to punish that kid, isn't it?
That's awesome.
Another person said, when I got in trouble, I had to go smell my dog's breath. Because if we have to deal with filth from your mouth, my parents would say, then you have to deal with the filth from their mouth. It sounds silly, but I beg my parents to give me anything but that. Smell the dog's breath. Another person said, if I cursed, my mom would make me go into the bathroom and say every curse word I knew while looking in the mirror so that I could see how ugly it looks to curse.
Ooh.
That wouldn't have worked with me.
I think that would backfire big time on a lot. I'd be like, you know what, I look kind of cool. And you actually practice.
Exactly.
Yeah, you would say all your naughty words. Some person said here, I once got in trouble and my dad made me edit his old 8mm vacation films into a Vine-style highlight reel. Okay, that's a oddly interesting.
Yeah, Dad just got a great video package out of it.
Yeah, I do actually kind of like those punishments that benefit the parents.
Yes.
My parents would do that. It would always be a speckle duty. Back in the 80s, we had this really gross looking green carpet, and we loved corn as a family. It was a cheap thing to get the kids, and there was always corn in the rug, in the carpet. So if you got in trouble, you were on speckled corn duty.
Okay.
You could go around there picking the corn out.
Oh, okay.
Pretty awful, right?
I like
corn
that,
in the
though.
rug.
Oh,
Yeah.
80s corn in the 80s
corn.
Pretty gnarly.
And this kind of interesting, weird punishment says, my sister and I used to fight really badly, and on days where we were relentless, my mom would make us sit cross-legged and facing each other with our knees touching. If we still wouldn't stop fighting, we had to hold hands, and if we still tried fighting, we had to touch our foreheads together. That's kind of interesting and unique. They said it usually worked by that point.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so there you go. Some very fascinating and yet bizarre tactics on parenting. Got any more, you can text them into us, 877-979-WRMF. Well, we were talking about the weird punishments that your parents had. And again, South Florida being such an interesting, eclectic place where you have different regions of the world all congregating together. Just looking at some of the comments that we had on the KVJ Show Facebook page when we asked the question, what is the weirdest punishment your mom ever gave you as a kid? The number one thing that I'm seeing, and it looks like a lot of Spanish families are doing this, that's the old kneeling on rice.
Oh, that took me in Virginia out. We did that as a punishment on the show.
Yeah, you
Didn't
wound up
take
on a
me out.
gurney.
Took you out.
Well, I thought we were blood in, blood out. We all go down together.
I stayed on the rice. I was there till you surrendered on a gurney. They brought you out, paramedics.
That was during the show, and I got brought out on a gurney to the ER from a rice stunt.
Kneeling
Yeah.
on rice.
Yeah.
Almost killed a man.
The witch really, she fought through that. She's a witch, man. She can fight through pain. It was very impressive. I remember that very well.
It's good, like 30 minutes or something like that. I think you were kneeling on the rice, right?
It was long.
It was longer.
Yeah, I think in the 40s.
Yeah, it was in the 40s.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, they're talking about a lot of people on there. That's the one thing that they're all agreeing on. I'm looking at all the names, and they're very Spanish. So I guess that's something that you'll see a lot of Hispanic families do. That's tough. So their knees must be crazy tough.
Well, wouldn't that be considered? If a kid was 11 years old and their parents are making them kneel on rice, and someone records a TikTok video and puts it out there, wouldn't the parents be taken down by everybody? Oh my gosh, it's child abuse. No?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know where the line is drawn. I think when there's bruising and cuts and things like that, that's when they get involved. Like, don't be bruising or cutting your child. But, if they're kneeling on uncooked rice, it'll make the indentations. It would be rare, I would think, that your knees would bleed. I've never knelt on it, but
I still think Twitter's going to get you.
There was no blood, but it was awkward. It was uncomfortable. It hurt. It was terrible. You're in that one position, and just being on your knees, period, for that long as you get older is damn difficult.
And we were young back then.
We were younger.
yeah. It is, yeah. I don't think that would be deemed, anything that would be out of bounds
No.
even today. I don't think.
it would.
I am just going, if somebody put that on social media and everyone started getting a snowball, oh my gosh, I can't believe parents are doing this, it would become a thing.
Yeah.
It would turn into...
Well, Angie said, what a waste of rice. If you really want to do the punishment right, the kid's got to clean up the rice, cook it, and then eat it. So that's...
Oh, we're not throwing the rice away.
Yeah,
You can rinse
I
that
didn't think so.
rice
Yeah, that's what I
after,
figured.
and you can still use that rice. Just
Yeah.
rinse it off. It'll be fine.
Bee rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be all right.
Arroz con ni.
All right, well, if you want to drop on your very unique punishment that you got or gave out, you can go to the KVJ Show Facebook page.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
It's so crazy when I came in here this morning and started reading about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial that was on day 9 yesterday. Fascinating to me. This Dr. Shannon Curry was called to the stand. She's a psychologist that on 2 separate evaluations got to spend 12 hours with Amber Heard trying to figure out what's going on here. And her psychological evaluation at the end came up with 2 diagnoses. So she said she believes that Amber Heard has borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. I don't know about the histrionic one, but I do know about the borderline personality disorder one because I know a guy who was dating a girl that had this, and he didn't know it for months and months and months because she hid it in the beginning. But you can only hide crazy for so long.
Right.
And then at the end, he figured it out. And then he figured out that she was diagnosed with this. And I think this is exactly how it happened to Johnny Depp. He didn't know in the beginning because you can hide your crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But borderline personality disorder, I can tell you from watching it, it is damn insane, and how they make everybody else the bad guy, and they're dramatic, but they're so loving. They love so dramatic.
Right, yeah.
They hate so dramatic. They're very self-righteous, and then they're very full of condemnation for anybody else who doesn't live their way. But then they also deny judging people. Like, it is a
Roller
hot
coaster ride.
mess.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you listen to the audio of some of the stuff that they've played, it's exhausting to listen to. It does. I mean, it's pretty draining.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, this is probably what pushed Johnny Depp to the headspace that he was in at the end, where he was just screaming and calling her the C word. Like, when you deal with, because I watched my friend go through it, when you deal with a person that has borderline personality disorder, they flip you around, they spin you, they trick you, they're deceptive, they lie, they're really difficult, and you can't figure out what's going on. They've always got you in the spin zone.
Well, there's a clip of, we played the audio, but if you watch the clip of Johnny Depp in the kitchen getting all mad and slamming the stuff, Amber Heard is away from him. She's got the camera and she's propping up the camera. She's fixing the camera. So this is all and I guess he had just found out he lost a bunch of money, so that was why he was mad.
He was already
mad. So she's
wound up.
asking him about this stuff, and then she's again propping the camera up. And then when he finally says he figures out the camera's there, he finds the camera, and then he leaves. He knocks the camera down, and then he leaves. You can see her smirking almost.
Wow. I don't know, y'all. I mean, this diagnosis says a lot.
Yeah.
It really, really does.
Well, I guess she's keeping it consistent because it sounds like her own attorney might have bipolar disorder because he objected to his own question.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Oh,
Next question.
okay. He said he sustained an injury to his finger.
Yes.
Wait,
I mean,
you asked the question.
look, I don't know.
Objective hearsay. Does this guy sound like a dude that you just got from night court that has no idea what it's like to be an attorney?
So he objected to his own
He
question.
objected to his own question, and they couldn't believe it. Going, you just objected to your own question.
Well, there's another one on her team. There's a woman on the team too, and they're both collectively. I know nothing about the courtroom. I know nothing about the law, but I can tell they are not doing a good job, man. It is a clown show.
You just objected to your own question.
Oh my gosh.
What? Yeah.
That is crazy.
Well, you can see why people are loving this because it's highly entertaining.
Well, the lawyer is getting on Johnny Depp for wasting the court's time because I guess Johnny Depp didn't answer the question quick enough, or he's looking through the thing, and then the lawyer loses a file for 5 minutes and wastes the court's time. It's like
pretty unreal.
A sketch.
It is.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing. I don't know if SNL's covered it, but it's definitely rich for material. A nurse had texted in. She said histrionic personality disorder is when someone makes sexual advances in every conversation. So it doesn't matter what's going on, but they just can't help themselves. In every serious conversation, they'll make inappropriate remarks.
Oh.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow. All right, moving on to another trial that's just as crazy. The whole Blac Chyna Rob Kardashian trial. Corey Gamble took the stand yesterday. And now if you don't know who Corey is Kris Jenner's boyfriend. And Corey has been in the picture for a minute. He testified that he saw with his own two eyes, so it's not hearsay, he saw with his own two eyes Blac Chyna whipping Rob Kardashian with an iPhone cord.
Whoa.
He said it happened just after daybreak. He rushed over to Kylie Jenner's house where Rob and Blac Chyna were living at the time because Kylie had taken them in. And he said when he walked in, she's hitting him. She drops what she has and then picks up a phone cord and starts hitting him with that. Yeah. He said he rushed over to try to get in the middle of them and try to say, no, Blac Chyna, no, what are you doing? Hit me instead. And he said she just had rage in her eyes and smelled of alcohol. And it was just this whole dramatic scene. And I don't know. I mean, this is not looking good for Blac Chyna. Certainly not looking good for her. And finally here, I love this new episode of Red Table Talk. Kim Basinger sat down and talked about for years how she struggled with agoraphobia.
Oh, yeah. I've known that for a long time.
Maybe I knew that and forgot it, but yeah, the 68-year-old actress discussed how she couldn't leave the house. She couldn't even go to dinner with friends. She said it's a fear that got into your head and the anxiety would just intensify and you could not leave the house.
I knew about that because my mom knew about her. My mom had some symptoms of agoraphobia at times for sure, and she'd always bring up Kim Basinger. You know, Kim Basinger's got agoraphobia.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it makes it okay. It normalizes it. You're not the only one going through it. If somebody like Kim Basinger can be going through it, it can get anybody. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All right, a couple celebrity birthdays today. Lizzo is turning 34 years old today.
Get that juice, girl.
Yeah. And saw she had also just announced a tour and is going to be rolling through South Florida here.
Nice.
Yeah, if you want to go see her, lots of concert stuff that's going on. So, the Lizzo date, not sure when it is. It's September 23rd.
Okay.
She's going to be at Florida Live Arena, so just announced that. So happy birthday to her, and those tickets will be on sale very soon. Also, Patrick Stump, lead singer of Fall Out Boy, is 38 years old today. Also got a happy birthday shout out to the best mom and Graham. Can't wait to celebrate at Sunfest. That is the Charlie Bear and Alicia. An adorable photo there on KVJ TV.
So cute.
Also, happy birthday to Maura Randy from Rachel Zima, Iggy Jordy, Eliana Gabi, and all your students. Happy 10th birthday to Giada from Mommy Dad, Gino and the Fur Babies, Wiz and Sasquatch, Betty, and Walkie Talkie. Happy birthday to my best partner, Steven. That is in from Jill. And happy 13th birthday to our beautiful daughter, Camila Jimenez. That is from Chinita Linda, from Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Sissy. So, very nice. I know Kevin's got this phrase. El tiempo paso volando y no recuerdo cuando empiezo a ser señorita. So there you go.
Well, you're gonna tell us?
Translation.
No, that's why you gotta learn Spanish.
Oh, come on,
Oh,
dog.
damn.
Damn.
Time past return. Don't remember when we started to be such a young girl. Somewhere along those lines.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, nailed it.
Jay-Bird looks like a young girl with his braid.
Well, thank you for calling me young. I appreciate it. I thought I looked like an old girl, but that's...
Fresh as a daisy.
World Record Wednesday, gotta give your best. World Record Wednesday, we're chasing greatness today.
All right, Jaybird is going after the world record for the most four-letter words spoken in 1 minute. That record stands right now at 106. Of course, doing radio here and being broadcast and controlled by the FCC, there are many four-letter words that Jaybird cannot use in this contest. One starts with an F, an S, a C. You know, there's a lot that are in there that you got to stay away from.
I know. This gives me a little bit of, I guess, anxiety. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid I'm gonna drop a word.
Kevin only has a certain amount of bleeps, and then there's a point of no return.
I'm the one who gets the fine.
So I've been doing this all morning, and I was doing it last night, and I've only accidentally swore twice in a round. So just
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he only played twice.
And one of them was an accident.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Virginia and Denny's really dial in here. You need to be listening for two things. How many he is getting through, and then repeats, because repeats do not count. You can't say, the same fall. That doesn't work. So
Yeah, it's from the top of the dome.
they got to all be unique.
It's all got to be unique.
Yeah, so you got to count, but also try to, at the same time, get rid of repeats. So we might have to, if we get close, do an instant replay to figure out exactly what was done.
All right.
Don't swear more than twice, Bird. Once you can get away with.
Yeah, twice. If you hear
Don't
the whole
swear.
show go quiet, then
Yeah,
he's
because
sworn
then Kevin's
more than
going to have
twice.
to hit the 7-second delay.
Oh, Virginia Kev is telling me not to swear.
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah,
is
Virginia.
giving me.
I haven't sweared this week, Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah, that's a win for her.
Well, first of all, I like that nickname, so it's not an insult.
This week.
Oh man, I had a whole system in my head. All right, get that system back. Get the system.
Okay. All right. So we would put 53. That's halfway there as KVJ respectable. Virginia, do you think he's going to get to 53 unique four-letter words in 1 minute?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
53 in a minute?
I mean, we heard it the first time.
She just wanted to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Do you, Kevin?
I'm going to go under as well.
Damn.
I think it's going to be tough. I think it's tough because I think you'd have to study. Yeah, I think it's
Which is a
I think it's
four-letter
really tough
word.
challenge. Yeah, I would count.
B-R-U-H. Bruh.
Yeah.
53 is freaking fast.
To do it, I got to think really fast in my head. I think you would have to just keep reading four-letter words nonstop and then make your attempt. I would probably need a week or two of just getting all these words in my head and then just blah, 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 let them out because you can't think. It's going to slow you down. That's why I think it's an under. Suits? Okay, he's way under.
So I'm really emphasizing.
Suits is right around like
He did.
27.
He can't point down hard fast enough. Really down. Denny's, how do you think he's going to do here? Over or under?
I think he's gonna do a word a second.
Oh, my boy. Yeah.
Okay, that would be 60 then. Okay, word a second.
Even Denny's can't take his own answer seriously. He's over there laughing off mic.
So this is my Braveheart speech?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There's no way you're going to do this.
Thanks, Coach.
There you
Queen
go.
positivity over here.
There's triumph for you.
Yeah.
And a final word to get you pumped up. There's no way you're going to do this.
Imagine if she was the
There you go.
leader of a war.
Yeah,
And she's got to get the troops with the morale. You got to get the morale up.
All right, men, they're at our gates.
Okay, boys, you ready
Our
for...
families depend on this, and there's no way you're going to do this.
You're all dead men walking.
Okay, boys, certain death. It awaits you. Go get them.
This is the end of our species. And
God.
go get them.
Come on, dog. Positivity.
All right.
I believe in you.
All right, so we gotta get focused.
Don't focus on me.
We gotta get focused.
It's not going to go well if you focus on me.
All right, Bird's got his Cobra Kai shirt on here today.
You're right, because my pizza onesie's destroyed.
Did you poop in it?
Joe Ponton wore it on Saturday. I think it's time to
It's just
retire.
there. It's gone.
Yeah, we had a new one on the way.
Okay. All right, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. World record attempt here. This is for the most 4-letter words in 60 seconds. The world record stands right now at 1:06. Jaybird, your time begins now.
Bird, curd, word, turd, cows, dogs, cats, mice, nice, that, this, brat, cars, bars, star, Mars, hard, lick, suck, bigs, duck, buck, digs, bigs, free, bees, knee, lees, sleep, jeep, beep, keep, neep, deep, flip, chip, dip, dips, clips, mips, flips, tins, bugs, hugs, logs. Oh my God.
You look like a maniac. You look like when they put that serial killer down for questioning, that your face and the way you talk, that's exactly what you look like. Oh my gosh, this guy is loony. Dude, you look insane.
Oh, it's way harder. It's
wow.
way harder on
I
the
believe
air
it.
than in my living room. I was doing so good in my living room.
Wow. That definitely made you look crazy. Denny's, what do we got for a count on that?
I got 34.
I got 35.
Okay. All right,
We are
34 to
not.
35.
We're not accepting blat, roo, neep, meeps, or Tim's.
There was a name I didn't take.
Tim's.
I did not take Tim's.
Tim's is you can't take it. It's a name.
Yeah, I didn't take
Is there a
that.
Tim's
There was
machine?
one
Is that a
other-
word?
It's a Tim's, I think.
It's
I think it's the Tim's
T-E-M.
machine.
Tens.
He said Tim's.
Oh, yeah.
Blat, roo, neep, mips, and Tim's.
And I noticed
we will not take.
I noticed he got into an interesting repeat of lick suck over and over.
Lick suck, lick suck,
It's like,
lick
all right,
suck.
okay, we get it.
All right, we're tired of hearing about your weekend with Denny's.
Good Lord. It's like, all right, we get that. You couldn't get off of that.
Well, I had the rhyme scheme. I'm just don't do the F one. So it's getting in my head. I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
She's got about 35 as well.
I got
Okay.
35.
All right, we'll put it at 35. We'll give the benefit of the doubt there.
On the air, all these counties are listening to me. It's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this.
I think you did well.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
it's
though,
tough.
it's fun. I want to. You remember we said we might do a redemption time?
Yeah.
I want to put that one on the redemption.
I think it would be something that you just legit have to keep putting 4-letter words in your head for weeks, reading them nonstop, and then when you get into the moment of truth, then it they just start flying out.
And maybe going alphabetically might help.
It does.
I do that sometimes.
I was doing it. I had a whole system. It kind of, as soon as I got on the air and started talking, and we started joking, it all went blank.
Best laid plans.
I had there was a few rhyme schemes that I had. Nice rice.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't do that, did I? I didn't do.
Mice.
No, you
Yeah.
did mice. You did mice.
But you're right. I think that would be it. It's almost remembering rhyming patterns or words you can just, and then when you go through the mice nice.
Roo, 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 roo.
Oh, I knew the
That
cloth.
was my
That
favorite.
was when he looked craziest.
Roo, roo, roo.
Well, I went blank. I couldn't think of words. I couldn't think of thoughts.
That's like buffering for people.
Colors were confusing.
Okay, well, yeah.
You did better
Yeah.
than I would have done.
It's a win.
Oh, do we have
I'd say
fun?
it's a
That's
win.
all I care
Yeah, I had a
about.
good time. I had a great
was.
time. I just really couldn't believe watching you. I was so mesmerized by looking at your insanity.
I want to go back and look at it.
You got to watch it. We'll have to make that a TikTok video people can see today because that was something
Oh,
to watch.
I'm dried out. I am dry.
Okay.
You want some Kahlua?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
I'm a little stressed from that bit.
I saw this kind of fascinating, and they do this so well, and it's so smart. I mean, how many songs has Snoop Dogg been on? at this point in his career. And I was wondering this, where it came up was, remember when we played that video last week, Dogface, the guy who was the longboarder that was drinking the cranberry juice and went viral?
Yes,
As
he was
just-
doing that Dream song.
Right.
Yes.
And he had Snoop on that. And I'm just like, okay, are they boys? Or like Snoop is on so many songs. How does he get Snoop Dogg to be on his song?
This is a real thing. You can get, if you have enough money, you can get rappers to do a verse with you on a song. I know Twigs and Klepto, they have paid because they have their own band, and they've got some rappers they like, and they've bought. They've spent money on having them on one of their songs
Sick
before.
for Brains?
Yeah.
I've heard of them. They're kind of
Yeah.
awesome.
Now, it wasn't at a Snoop level, but it was at I mean, there's all different levels you can do, but you
Yeah.
can absolutely hire some of these guys and women to get on your track for a certain amount of money.
I don't know why I had no idea that this is the case. And apparently Snoop Dogg will even tell you how much it cost. It's $250,000 if you want Snoop to do a feature on your song.
Yeah, remember in Monster, Nicki Minaj is talking about 50,000.
No album out.
Yeah, but she's got it like for her verse. Yeah, I think they do a verse.
50
Yeah.
for a
You
verse,
pay-
no album out.
Yeah, I think you probably get a verse with Snoop, and that would be the 250.
Okay, so he was in that, but he was also in the video, and those are separate fees.
I bet. Oh yeah.
So it's $250 if you want Snoop Dogg to do a verse, and it's another $250,000 if you want him to be in the video.
That's
And
what,
he's only there for an hour.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
only have an hour of
That's
his
it.
time.
That's
Well,
it. So he'll make $500,000 in 1 hour, spitting out the verse and appearing in the video.
Well, I was wondering how he got on a Corey Feldman track. I go, how is Corey Feldman getting Snoop?
Yeah,
on
but it
his
gets
song?
you. But it gets you attention,
It
right?
does.
Because
It
as soon as
does.
you do, you're like, "Oh, let's check this out." I mean, how many songs have we had, and then it comes back because they put somebody in there with a verse, and you're like, "Oh, okay." Now all of a sudden, Justin Bieber's on the song. And I'm wondering, I would love to see all these artists and how much they charge. How much does it charge to get Bieber on a song? Because he's the same way. He's like the R&B pop version of Snoop Dogg, where he is on every song. They have a Billie Eilish, and then, hey, let's put Bieber on here. You know, it's kind of crazy.
It is, but now you know the behind the scenes.
Yep.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, I certainly enjoy 50 Cent on social media. He will call somebody out quick that's done him wrong, and that's what he is doing right now. Over the weekend, Fitty tweeted that the show that he was producing with Snoop Dogg, it was going to be called A Moment in Time, Murder Was the Case, apparently is no longer in production because Starz, the network, STARZ, you know
Yeah.
that network?
Yeah, he has done Power and all that stuff through Stars, so he has kind of a working relationship with the network.
Well, I don't know how good it's working because he says, look, I gave them the alley-oop. They dropped the ball. I hope Snoop gets to tell his story, but he's putting the blame squarely on Starz, the network, for dropping the ball on the production of it all.
Yeah, that could be the beginning of a rocky relationship.
Get it together, Starz, or just go someplace else. Fitty. If Starz is not giving you the love you need and respecting this show, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Mm-hmm. In other news, oh my gosh, J-Bar, you're going to be so happy for them.
Please, if this is another Kardashian story, dog, seriously?
I have to tell you this. This is in the dirt. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't report.
Kevin, you have the power to stop all of this.
Oh, I have no power.
You do, though. Damn it, come on, Kevin.
From the same genius that brought you the lip kit by Kylie Jenner, I now introduce to you Kylash. Yes.
Eyelash, okay.
Kylie Cosmetics now presents Kylash. It's like eyelash, but with a Kai in the front of it.
I say it a lot, and I'm sorry I sound like a broken record, but I am definitely aging out of Earth.
She is going to be growing her makeup empire to now include eyelash products, including extension fibers, cosmetic preparations, tints, and serums for your eyelashes.
That didn't need to be a story, and it definitely didn't need to be that long. And I know
Yeah.
Kevin agrees with me. Come on, Kevin.
I am all about the serums and the eyelash stuff, and this is good. I mean, she certainly did a great job with the lip kit.
But let's be honest for
Yeah,
a
she did. She
second.
made a ton of money on that.
Ton.
Yeah.
I put her in the billionaire club.
Yeah.
The lip kit.
Lashes are big.
What will Kylash do?
But let's be honest, though, about this serum that they're always talking about that you get over the counter. That serum does not help that much with crow's feet. It doesn't.
No, you're talking about a different serum. So the serum for the skin is different.
Oh, you fell right into that. I saw that coming a mile away.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, my gosh. I had the worst nightmare.
It just didn't end.
It's
huh?
not
The witch
over.
would not stop talking.
As long as I'm sitting here, your nightmare will continue.
Oh, my gosh.
And finally, if you've always wanted to be close to Beyonce, maybe here's how you can be a little bit closer, not necessarily that close. So there's a lot for sale on the block where Beyonce grew up. And there's a huge, giant sign on the lot, and it says, lot for sale. And it's got the phone number, and then it's got build on Beyonce's old block as a part of the sign. They are truly trying to take advantage of the fact that Beyonce's childhood home is just down the street from this empty lot.
Okay.
You can have the lot for $310,000.
Wow. All right.
Just the lot, no
Yeah.
house.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, for her birthday, we talked about Lizzo making the announcement that she's going to be coming out with a tour. She'll be in South Florida at Florida Live Arena in September. Lil Nas X, he's got some touring information that's out.
Hello, I am Montero, and I welcome you to my event, the Long Live Montero Tour, my world, my universe. I am Lil Nas X, and I present to you my first tour, Long Live Montero.
Aha, Lil Nas X. He's going to be at the James L. Knight Center on October 4th. If you would like to go see him.
I would actually like to see him.
The pre-sale is today at 10 a.m., so tickets on sale in just 2 hours.
He puts on a great show.
I can see you getting all turnt, shaking that tail feather of yours.
I love a showman. I love costumes. I love theatrics. I love all of it. And Lil Nas X brings it.
Okay. And big news for BSB fans.
This is a jam-packed, explosive performance. I think it's the best thing that we've done in years, especially coming out of the past 2 years with the pandemic. People are really hungry for performances, and they're searching for things that they love and that makes them feel good. And, you know, we came from a place and time where, you know, we put a smile on people's faces with our music and the nostalgia that comes with it.
So there you go. The Backstreet Boys are going to resume their tour. They're going to be at the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm Beach on June 22nd, if you want to check all that out. And I thought this was kind of a fun clip. In fact, do you remember we were at a concert one time, and we were backstage at Florida Live Arena, and for whatever reason, Tom Cruise was there. And he wasn't performing. He was just, they brought him up on stage.
He was at that jingle ball.
It was, he was just getting all with Katie Holmes at the time. She was there that night.
Yes.
Yeah. And so somehow, Jaybird, really hammered, by the way, gets kind of wrapped up into Tom Cruise's crew, and he gets right next to him, and I'm like, oh no, Jaybird is bending Tom Cruise's ear. And I'm like, all right, dude, just, this is a moment here. Don't blow it. And so he has one question that he gets to ask Tom Cruise. And Jaybird, your question to him was?
Hey, man, why was Goose the only one who didn't, or who had his shirt on during the volleyball scene?
In Top Gun.
Yeah, in Top Gun. I go, everyone else was shirtless. Why wasn't Goose? And he kind of paused and looked at me and said, I don't know, man. No one's ever asked me that question before. And then security grabbed me.
And then, whoop, away went Bird.
And I looked at Katie Holmes, saw the whole thing. She was weirded out.
Yeah, yeah, she was. But oddly enough, this topic came up when they're talking about the Top Gun 2, the whole Maverick movie. It's going to be out. Miles Teller is playing Goose's son in this, and they kind of talk about the shirtless volleyball scene.
So in the original Goose, he's the only one, I think, with his shirt on during the
true.
volleyball scene. I play the son of Goose, and the director and I think Tom both said, they're like, Miles, your dad, in the movie, he had a shirt on, so you don't have to get too in shape, but all the other guys will have their shirts off. Like, no way, man. This is a sequel to Top Gun, and so, this shirt comes off.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy that was even a topic? I thought I was the only one that brought that up.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Look at you. You were an innovator.
Yeah.
Way ahead of your time.
Way ahead of his time.
Yeah, that was 05 back in Jingle Ball time.
Yeah, so suck it.
That's
New
right.
blood asking the questions. This old blood already asked.
Yeah.
Proof, that's right.
That's right. So the son of Goose is going to have his shirt off if you go see the new movie. All right, makeup or breakup. If you are considering getting out of a relationship, you can run it by us. So, is it the right thing to do or not? Because that is one of the toughest things. I think we all have moments in our relationships where we've thought about dumping the tool that we're with. Maybe they had a bad moment, and maybe they need redemption. Maybe you don't need to break up, but run it by us, and we'll give you our thoughts. Do they get another chance at this, or is it time to say goodbye? This makeup or breakup says, my boyfriend is boycotting Disney. In the email we got, it says, my boyfriend is boycotting the Disney trip we've had planned for 3 months. He says he can't back Disney because they didn't come out and support the gay community quick enough when the whole Don't Say Gay bill was passed. So this is a gay male couple. It says, I'm a gay man and I could not care less about any of this stuff myself. I'm not very political and I just want to go ride Space Mountain. I think my boyfriend is being dramatic about all this stuff. We're supposed to go this weekend, but he said there's no way that he is stepping in their establishment. Do I need to dump this drama queen and just take the guy I've been eyeballing at my gym instead?
Oh, boy.
Well, this is one of those things where I think you guys are so... One sounds like they're very into social issues and one sounds like they're not. And that's a matter of the heart kind of a thing. And if you're not checking that box together...
Y'all need to go to Islands of Adventure and just call it good.
This is one of those things where I'm not sure if you one doesn't want to get involved in it. It just wants to go to Disney.
You can still go to Orlando and maybe not go to Disney. Go to Universal or Islands of Adventure.
But what if he wants to go to Disney?
I don't know.
It's either love or the mouse.
Yeah.
What do you pick?
Well, you're
Everybody needs to go where they want to go. I mean, maybe y'all need to take separate trips and then live separate lives.
At the core of this, there are a lot of things that we say, hey, it's tough to be in a relationship. Like, for instance, sometimes if you're a pot smoker or you're not, or you're a smoker or you're not, you're a drinker or you're not. This is really kind of tough if your politics don't match. And if you're a person that tries to project your politics or your values on your partner, you're going to wind up in an issue. So they have got an issue that is bigger than a weekend trip to Disney or not. And you can debate this all day long if they're right or if they're wrong. But your politics don't match up and you're with someone that projects their politics and beliefs onto you. And you still need to be able to remain with your own free thoughts, even in a relationship. Well, that's troubling to me that they're saying, hey, and look, if you have your own standards and beliefs, that's fine. But don't make them my beliefs as well. And if you choose to opt out of our Disney trip, that's okay. I will go with someone else. I'll try not to make it maybe the hot guy from my gym, but...
To your point, when you start making someone, you're not doing it my way, then blah, blah, blah.
That's a problem.
You're demanding something.
You can fill in the blank. This is just, about whether or not Disney did or did not support the gay community effectively, and that's his belief. But like I said, you can put it in and replug it with anything else that's on there. So...
Side note, Space Mountain, not my favorite ride. I'm sorry. If that's your reason for going,
I like Space Mountain. I like the Pirates of the Caribbean, and I love the Haunted Mansion, but I have not been to Disney in quite a long time.
Yeah, you just rattled down the biggest features of 1978.
Yeah, the older I get, the more I hate Space Mountain.
So wait, is the Haunted Mansion even there?
The Haunted Mansion is there, but it is old AF.
I know, but it still rocks, no?
I think it's actually legitimately now haunted for real. I think all the cobwebs and all that's not fake.
Nobody under the age of 40 references any of those rides.
Get at it. Stop. You're just picking. You're just picking at the bird.
You old mouse.
Clearly, this is an old gay guy.
Clearly.
Don't get me talking about Thunder Mountain. Does Thunder Mountain even exist? I don't even know anymore.
Why don't you go with this old guy?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, if you can compromise, I like Virginia's idea. Pick another theme park. There's many different places to go in Orlando.
So many.
If you're so hung up on going to Disney, you need to be able to say, hey, I really need to go to Disney. I understand if you don't want to, and you need to call it good there. And if you can't even get to that point, then I think you need to break up.
Well, I know a couple. One's Republican, one's Democrat, and they get along good. But the reason why I think they get along well is because they don't ever talk politics really with each other, and they've learned that. They just go, "We're not going to bring it up. We're not going to get into these discussions that really don't mean anything." By the way,
yeah.
These
I mean,
fights
honestly,
at the table.
politics, hopefully, or whatever it is, shouldn't be your entire life. I remember your crazy Cajun James Carville. He's a crazy Democrat, and his wife was a staunch Republican. In fact, she was on TV, and they were happily married for many, many years. Marley something.
Marley Matlin.
I think it all can work, but everyone's got to drop their egos and not say you have to do it my way. You have to do it. That's the only way I think it could work in a couple.
You can't project your beliefs on your partner. You really should not. It's hard if you have difference of opinions and beliefs.
Okay, so we're all going breakup, right? All right, cool.
This email, makeup or breakup. He heckled my brother's band. Says my boyfriend got really drunk on tequila at my brother's concert the other night, and he started yelling things like "you suck" and "get off the stage."
What?
To our brother's band.
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
Her dad got involved with getting the bouncer to get him kicked out, which caused a lot more drama. I am completely embarrassed by the whole thing. Look, we just went Instagram official, and we've only been in a relationship for 3 months. I've known him for 4. He's apologizing profusely and wants to apologize to my brother and my dad. They don't even want to see him. So is this relationship over because things are now so weird and awkward with my family?
There's several things working against this dude. First of all, it's so new in the relationship to be acting a fool like that in front of the family.
Whoa.
I don't. And the
You
family,
heckled him and told him to get off the stage?
Yeah.
His band?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a breakup.
Dude.
It's too. You're too new in the situation to be that comfortable. It's a breakup.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. And you're talking about probably years. I can imagine in 5 or 10 years, he would have to have so much positive to overcome this. And you're probably talking about 5 years down the road before your dad or brother could even think about liking him. I could see maybe in 10 or 15 years be like, yeah, remember that time you got really wasted on tequila and heckled me, jerk.
Well,
they could laugh about it then. But I mean, you are talking about a long, long road in a very new relationship.
Amen.
I just know how my family was, and if you did that, they would hold a grudge, and they wouldn't want to be around you, and it'd be such a hard hole to climb out of. It's a breakup. It's a breakup.
Most likely. This one, makeup or breakup. My girlfriend wants to make one of those tapes. Says my girlfriend wants us to film ourselves in the throes of passion.
Really?
She says it's the ultimate turn on for her. Now, I don't feel comfortable doing this, and I also know that in relationships, you sometimes have to compromise and do things out of your comfort zone. The first time that I told her that I didn't want to film, things turned awkward. She had mentioned that her ex-boyfriend never had a problem with filming during sex. This comment has now stayed in my head, and since she said it, I keep replaying it. Should I compromise and just let my girlfriend film us? Or is this a sign that we are not compatible? Again, talking about standards, your own values, you don't think you compromise that for a relationship.
No.
And so the answer stays no. And if she can't get over that and things are affecting, and I don't like the fact she's bringing up the ex-boyfriend.
Oh, my ex-boyfriend was cool with him filming us, so...
I don't know why you'd ever even say
this
that.
This is a breakup.
She's a monster.
Hey, Kevin, all breakups.
All breakups.
Oh, shocked, y'all.
Come on, you can't tell somebody they have to get filmed and, oh, my boyfriend Phil did it and Phil was hung.
Look, I understand why someone would not want to be filmed having sex. It's not everyone's cool with just throwing it all out there.
Most people,
it's a big deal.
Most people do not want to be filmed.
It's a big deal to get filmed while you're doing the hibbity dibbity, and no one. You shouldn't be. You're not the weird one for not wanting to get filmed.
Amen.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, if you want validation for your breakup, just send us that email because that's pretty much all we give. Breakups. Breakup. Mail at kvjshow.com. Okay, we got to get our players lined up here still for the Battle of the Generations. Looking for Gen Z versus Gen X today. So if you're 18 to 26 and you know your pop culture trivia, call us up, 877-979-WRMF. And if you're a Gen Xer between around age 46 to 57, 877-979-WRMF. That is what you want to call to represent your generation, try to give them a win. I thought this was kind of interesting. We were just talking about a second ago in our Makeup or Breakup. There was a gay couple that can't agree on whether or not they should go to Disney. One of them doesn't think that Disney did enough, standing up for the Don't Say Gay bill. And the other one's like, I don't really care about the politics of this. I'm not really paying attention. And so I know some people are really into it. And this ongoing feud is really kind of interesting because, hey, I mean, Disney is the largest employer in the state of Florida. And the governor went on ahead and he had canceled that 1967 law, the Reedy Creek Improvement District, which let Disney basically levy its own taxes and kind of run its own area and be its own boss. You know, kind of exempt from the state of Florida.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like if I could just say, yeah, on my block, I'm in charge of setting my own taxes, my own police force, my own everything, and y'all cool with that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my own town called Birdville. It's all my own rules.
Yeah. Your block is Birdville. You get to enforce, regulate, tax, all that yourself.
All pizza I order is free.
Yeah,
it's just one of the tax breaks I get.
It sounds like a sweet ass deal.
Not bad. But here's the thing. I don't think the fight is even close to over because it seemed like Governor Ron DeSantis was on top, pounding his chest with the mouse on the ground. But Disney has now informed its investors that despite the recent law abolishing its special tax district by 2023, the state of Florida can't actually do that unless it also covers all outstanding debts associated with the district. And I heard that was kind of one of the arguments against doing this, saying, okay, guys, you know, if Disney's not picking up the tab to run these areas, you know who is? Other taxpayers. And I don't know if they're going to be cool with that because, you know, everybody's going to have their own little tax bill added on. You know, so you're kind of dragging a lot of people into your fight.
Mouse tax.
Yes. And so the company now has told investors that it intends to conduct business as usual. So they're going to be like, you know what? Until they can win this thing officially in court, it is business the way we've been conducting
the
it.
mouse has lawyers with big balls.
Yeah.
And DeSantis is a lawyer with big balls.
Yeah, you're right.
So I love a big ball fight. Let's go.
Yeah, the mouse is off the mat, basically. And he's like, put him up, put him up.
This is just entertaining. Get me the popcorn.
Are they going to bring him on the stand like they did Johnny Depp, the mouse? Little court TV. That's been entertaining.
That could be something. I could see maybe a celebrity boxing match or something like that.
I am here for the drama, girls.
Yeah, that would be fun. All right, let's see what we get here. I know Denny's always struggles to get Gen Z on, even though they win. I guess it's kind of hard to get them moving fast. We've got a Gen Xer on here, so we got just a minute call out here. We're going to have to get somebody for Gen Z to represent.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They're on TikTok.
Yeah. 877-979-WRMF. You have to get through. Did you hear about the guy who went off on Gen Z and lost his job because of it? He's
yes, the dollar store.
Yeah.
They put a sign up. It's a great sign. And I got to say, I am siding with the manager.
So what happened, it's a Dollar Tree manager in Bremen, Indiana, and he had a help wanted sign that went viral. And the manager posted this sign, and it said, I apologize for us closing again, in all caps. My 2 new cashiers quit because I said their boyfriends couldn't stand here for their entire shift. And then he put, don't hire Gen Zs. He said they don't know what work actually means. Now hiring baby boomers only. Thanks.
Bam. Mic drop. Great sign.
Well, the mic drop came from Dollar Tree, who fired the manager for the sign that went viral on Reddit.
The manager will get a new job because, you know what? That's a great sign. He's viral. All he has to do now is put it out there and he's looking for a new gig. He'll be hired in minutes.
Yeah.
Look, there are. The reason why that did so well is because it's a polarizing type of opinion. We all know that not every kid is the TikTok generation. Nothing's absolute, but that there is that feeling that the younger generation won't work as hard.
They quit because their boyfriends couldn't stand there the entire shift.
Suits, speak for your generation. What do you think? Do you see this? People around your age that are doing things are difficult to be as an employee?
I said last week when we played Battle of Generations, I just don't feel like I fit in with this generation sometimes. A lot of people I see are like that. And I mean, you know, it's not for everybody. There's always going to be some people who break the mold on that. But it seems like this generation, man, they're not really hard workers. We don't really like doing that.
That's from one of your own, y'all.
From one of your own. Yeah.
The old people ain't saying that.
It's from one of your own.
I'm sorry, I call it like it is.
Well, you're also the most mature person we have here.
Yeah.
I think you're an old soul, Peanut.
He is doing a lot to bring up the reputation of Gen Z.
I try.
Thank goodness for you.
Yeah. And I got to say, so is Jesse here from Boca. They may be a little bit late, but they do show up. We do have our Gen Z player here. Hello, Jesse.
Hey, how's it going, KVJ?
Yeah. Good. How you doing?
Good.
Pretty harsh word.
Right now.
Harsh words towards your generation.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are leading right now by 2 over millennials, and they're leading the Gen Xers by 8. So even though it's really hard to get them on, they do walk away with a win a lot.
We don't work hard, but we know our pop culture.
Yeah, that's why people are annoyed. Like, damn it, they're not working hard, and they know it.
And they're winning.
They're winning?
Yeah, they're not
Feels
working
good.
hard, and they're winning. All right, for our Gen Xers, we got Keith on here from Stewart. What's up, Keith?
Hey, how's it going, KVJ?
Good. All right, let's see here. I got to tell you, the Gen Xers really need a win here. You've had a hot streak here lately. So what we've got is Jesse from Gen Z is partnering up with Suits, also in his generation, and Keith is going to be partnered up here with Jaybird. They are going to be representing Gen X here today. So these questions typically are out of your age zone, typically. So we'll see how well you do. If Jesse and Keith can answer this question within 3 seconds, the one that I give them, they'll get 2 points. If they got to go to the person in studio from their generation and they get it right, they'll get 1.
Yeah, okay. After all that stuff you were talking about with the Gen Z, I'm going to smack Suits around a little bit verbally over here. Take him down. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Witch, let's get him.
Terrified.
I say we get him physically.
I'm more afraid of that.
Okay, we're going to Gen Z first, and Jesse from Boca. Your question, Jesse, you got 3 seconds to answer this. Who starred as Cher in the 1990s classic movie Clueless? Okay, time is up on that. No idea who played Cher in Clueless. Suits, do you have a guess?
I've got nothing. I can't even think of anything for that. I don't even know when that movie came out. I mean, nothing.
Yeah. Bird, what do you?
Alicia Silverstone, come on. Rolling with the homies.
Alicia Silverstone?
Yeah.
You don't know Alicia Silverstone?
No.
Damn.
Nope.
You old bird.
Yeah, you get a little perspective here, huh?
You old too, dog. You got 5 years on my senior.
I know, but I got Botox. I look at least 10 younger.
Okay, next up here, we got Keith from Gen X. Keith, here is your question. You answer in 3 seconds. You get 2 points. What movie stated, on Wednesdays, we wear pink? Okay, time is up.
I have no idea.
There's no idea. Okay, Bird.
Mean Girls?
That is correct.
Yay!
Okay, Keith. Keeping us in this thing.
Okay.
Suit's got that smirk on his face.
Okay. 1 point for Gen X. Back to Gen Z here.
He's smirking because he got on pink draws.
What?
On Wednesdays, we were wearing pink.
Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday.
I think Virginia's drunk.
Why'd you say that?
Whatever. You're just jealous.
Have some of that Kahlua?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Next question. This for you, Jesse. All right, tell me, what artist told you to take off all your clothes because it's getting hot in here?
Nelly.
That is correct.
There you go.
I mean, some softball.
Okay, all right. They still know Nelly.
Not going to be at Sunfest.
No, not going to be at Sunfest.
He is going to be at Jazz Fest in New Orleans, though.
Okay. All right, next question that we got here. This is for you, Gen X. Keith, what is the name of Miley Cyrus's youngest sister? Okay, all right, time is up on that. Jaybird, do you have an answer? Miley Cyrus's youngest sister, also a musical artist.
Oh, it's on Noah?
That is correct.
Come on, Bird.
Bird is on fire today.
Look at
Keep us in it,
this.
Keith. Keep us in it.
Wow.
Didn't think he was going to get that.
It is now tied at 2 apiece between Gen Z and Gen X. This is a battle.
Hope you see me working, Keith. I hope you see me working.
Dang. Okay. All right, Jesse, here is your next question for Gen Z. What former Playboy model died of an accidental overdose of prescription drugs at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in 2007?
Hugh Hefner.
Okay, Hugh Hefner is
Model?
incorrect.
I mean, just the body on that guy.
Yeah.
Anna
great
Nicole
ass.
Smith, right?
Anna Nicole Smith Suits has got it.
Oh, Keith, I need you to step up big here. Keith, I need it big.
Even a point for your generation, Anna Nicole Smith. All right, it is 3 Gen Z. It is 2 Gen X.
Oh, Keith.
Okay, it is all riding on this. If Keith gets it correct, Gen X gets it right. If you don't get a point, you lose. So it all flips right here. All flips right here.
Keith, I believe in you.
Okay. Here we go. This is your next question. Okay, tell me, Keith, what is the name of SpongeBob's pet snail?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, time is up for you. Jaybird, you need a point here to stay in the game or Gen Z gets the win.
You got this, Bird.
What is the name of SpongeBob's pet snail?
Sammy?
It's Gary.
You were not that far off.
Oh, man.
I Bill Bucknered it again.
Tough.
2 weeks in a row, I Bill Bucknered.
Man. Final score, Gen Z 3, Gen X 2. Gen Z gets another win somehow.
Just let the ball go right through my legs, Virginia.
How embarrassing.
Wow.
Feels good.
Oh, man, crazy, huh? All right, well,
Gary.
Jesse, Gen Z, congratulations on the win. Keith, thanks for playing, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Okay, wow.
That's my lawn guy's name, Gary.
Yeah, okay. Crazy stuff there, huh? How about that? So exciting, Virginia.
Regroup, Bird. Don't let it get you down.
Yeah.
You've only lost every competition you've done today.
It's been a lot of losses today. It has been.
But still, you come in here. Look at you.
Every day.
Yeah, okay. Every day he is here and he is back.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Coming up, a new scam happening in hotels you definitely need to know about because it costs this one family $6,000. First, though, a lot of bad driving going on here. A woman who police say was likely on drugs got arrested near Vancouver, British Columbia on 4/20. Go figure. April 20th.
It's not her fault.
Yeah, well, I guess she might have been so high she didn't realize she was missing a tire. So everybody else did but her. So, yeah, might have been under the influence of something.
I mean, what the hell is she smoking?
I'll have what she's having, sir.
There's a Tennessee woman that stole a cop car and led officers on a chase after she got pulled over for drunk driving. She refused to pull over until officers were able to disable her vehicle. And then after they put her in the back of the squad car, she managed to squeeze through a small opening in the partition. And as the cops are going, wow, how hammered was she? She's like, oh my gosh, here she goes. In the cop car.
Wow, she's squirrely.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the power of a squirrely woman.
So she goes pulling out of there at mock speed, weaving all over the place, and she drills another police car.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
She almost got away.
Almost got away. So they're going to just tag that one on. There's an Ohio man that's facing several drug-related charges after his 10-year-old daughter took his marijuana edibles to school and shared them with her classmates.
Oh, damn.
The girl found 5 edibles in a glass jar and mistook them for leftover Easter candy.
Oh.
I can see how this can happen, man.
They do package them to look an awful lot like real candy.
Well, not only that, the modern day edible tastes a lot like candy. Back
Delicious.
in the 80s and 90s and the 70s, they tasted like dirt. Like when you would eat an edible, you'd go, oh my gosh, there's definitely something in this.
We've come a long way, baby.
Oh,
That's
baby. Let me tell you about the snick. Oh, never mind. I'll tell you later.
Tell me about all the candy pot you've eaten. Well, there's Snickers.
2 of his favorite things together
Mike
in one.
and Ike.
It's amazing.
Starburst, gummy bears.
Wow, candy that gets you high.
Hershey Kisses.
It's like a dream come true.
They have mac and cheese. You guys know this. I'm just...
Yeah. The 5 students who ate the edibles experienced impairment, hallucinations, and elevated heart rates.
Yeah, if you're a little kid, have never had an edible, which you shouldn't, you're going to think something's up.
Yeah, I think the dad said he's going to chuck all the rest of his edibles he has.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah. A woman in Toledo is facing charges after she ran into the men's room at a bar and stabbed a guy twice in the butt while he was using the urinals.
What did he do?
I think he was peeing.
No, but did she know him?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think there was, a little behind-the-scenes story. But, I mean, Virginia, you just can't go running into a bathroom and stab somebody that is at the urinal.
I mean,
that would just be plain out crazy
You said
to do
you-
something like that.
You said you can't. Yes, you can.
Well, you can, but I mean, you can't under the standards that we
Should
tried to
you?
establish in civilized society, Virginia.
Should you know? Can you? Yes.
Look, if you're stabbing my ass while I'm peeing, joke's on you. My ass is horrific. You'll be so bummed out you'll even buy it.
It's not that bad.
I don't know.
I think you're being a little harsh on your behind.
Well, I appreciate that.
I hope your ass isn't listening.
Y'all make me want to walk the catwalk. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, they still don't know why she stabbed him. There's no report of that.
Did they knew each other? I mean,
Yeah, they're still trying to sort out exactly what propelled her to do that. So she got away for a while. They found her later at her apartment. So the victim had to get some stitches in his behind.
Okay, so she went deep. We're talking in the cheek. You hope it's in the cheek and not the canal.
Yeah.
does it say anything about that she hit the bung?
Doesn't say the exact target, but yeah.
Well, they should. If it was a direct hit in the middle, that'd be in the story.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hell no. That's why I don't know if I could do Texas. People in Texas are just a different level of tough. There's this family. They were sitting on their couch watching a Dallas Mavericks game, and they're like, hey, you want to get some pizza? I said, sure. So they go up into the kitchen, start making the pizza. They come back 10 minutes later, and there is a rattlesnake coiled up on their couch.
Oh, hell no.
So they whip out the phone, of course, to get a video, and this thing is doing that thing with its tail.
The
where it's making
rattle.
the rattling noises. Yeah, and they posted up on social media. Apparently the guy, the dad, wound up doing what, most Texas dads do. He shot the snake. I don't know if it was still on the couch or what, but apparently the snake might have been in the couch as they were sitting there watching the game. And when they got up, the snake's like, hey, where'd everybody go?
I like the warmth of your big, large Texas butt.
I mean, can you imagine you're sitting on a rattlesnake? That's why I just don't know if I could do Texas. If y'all got rattlesnakes hiding in your couches,
The dad took a light in the snake. They only shot him 43 times.
Wow. There's a man in Japan that says he was upset when none of his family showed up to his wedding, but he was marrying a fictional character. She's kind of like one of those kind of anime-looking, weird Japanese doll things.
I saw this story.
Yeah, he says he knows his wife is not real, but his feelings are.
Man, I always tell you about that British woman who's in a relationship with a building.
It kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, what part?
There's a guy that he humps a tree. He's dating a tree. They make love to each other, Virginia.
I would go to his wedding. Just if he was in my family, I'd be like, you know what? Harry just loves the anime girl or loves the tree or loves the building. Let's just go support Harry. We don't support his relationship, but we love Harry.
So if I was in love with a tree and in a full-on relationship with it, and you could tell in my heart, I go, Virginia, I found the one. It's this tree I saw at Jonathan Dickinson Park. I don't know, baby. The oak, the bark. I just love her. When I leave the room, you would be talking so much trash about me.
I'd make fun of you, but I would also go to your ceremony because if it was important to you, it's important to me.
Do you try talking me out of that, Kev? If I try to marry a tree?
No, I just want to get the video.
He just wants to get the likes and shares.
It's always about the numbers with this guy.
Yeah. I know, Bert. It's a great idea.
Let's do it. In fact, tomorrow, you'll be marrying a tree on the show.
Can I just bang it instead?
That's also going on video.
Those knots in the tree, I'm sorry. They do look a little sensual.
Marriage is so permanent.
Yes. All right, and finally, this is definitely something you need to know so you don't get a $6,000 bill like this family who stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
$6,000?
$6,000 bill, basically, is what it was, or at least that's what it cost them when they got room service. So they're in the room, and a menu slides under the door, and they start looking at it like, this looks absolutely delicious. Let's get this, let's get that, let's get this. Not that they ran up a $6,000 tab, but they placed their food order and they're sitting there chilling. It's 90 minutes later when they're like, I'm so hungry, where the heck is our food? So they call down to the front desk, be like, hey, not to be rude, but we put our order in 90 minutes ago. And they're like, no, you didn't. Like, yeah, we did. Like, you slid a menu under our door and we made an order. Like, we don't slide menus under the door.
Oh, they got scammed.
Yeah, they called somebody who took their order and their credit card, and 90 minutes they removed $6,000 from their net wealth.
Damn.
Yep.
I would totally fall for that.
Right. That's what I wanted people to know because, man, they are getting tricky and shifty, right?
Wow. They made a menu. They probably put the Holiday Inn logo at the top.
Yep.
The name, the location, a beautiful menu with prices and everything.
You know I'd go full gorilla if I was ordering all that food. I'd go so deep with my order.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. $6,000.
That is crushing.
Crazy, right?
Now you know, though.
Now you know. Because, they get you. You're tired. You've been traveling. You're just like, you want to chill and you're hungry. You're like, all right, let's get some food, y'all.
Oh, you got sticky chicken wings? I love sticky wings.
They will give me every time.
Pizza galore. Thin, thick. However you want it.
Extra. Whap. What ass pizza?
Yeah.
Extra cheese, extra sauce.
Yeah.
Hello, what?
All right, so what is the toughest age to parent? Every age has got its own little challenge. When their babies are so helpless and you're changing diapers and they're making noises and keeping you up at night, that is so tough. And then when they start crawling around, you turn around and like, oh my gosh, where's my kid? And they're right teetering at the top of a stair. That's just kind of the way that goes. So that is very challenging as well.
Oh, and look, they're holding a kitchen knife.
Yes.
That's not good.
And then they get a little bit older, and then you're running them around all over the place. You're like, why is this kid at 7 have such a demanding social calendar? You just can't get it. That's tough. And then they start to become teenagers. And whatever happened to your sweet little patootie is now just turned into a gargoyle. And you don't know why. So they polled over 1,000 parents to say, what is the toughest year to parent? And they found that a majority of parents said 13 to 19. 75% put it in that age range. But when they went down and drilled deeper, 15 was the age when they found that kids are the biggest jerks.
I can see that, man. They're trying to become a little adult. They definitely got their own opinions.
Definitely.
They know you're human too, by the way.
Well, what I will tell you, I think it's a whole new challenge because, when they're infants, they can tell you how to change a diaper and how to hold a baby and how to do that and sleep schedule and colicky and blah, 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 blah. And it's really kind of standard. The thing that happens is when they become young adults in their teen age years, they've even done brain studies and they've found where kids, it's something biologically where they're trying to push away from you. And that is tough because, hey, biologically, they got to become independent. They've got to leave the nest. And so physical things are happening in their body that they don't understand, you don't understand. And I don't think any two teens really are alike. So there's a lot of times not necessarily a booklet on your kid specifically. And you have to be a psychologist of sorts. And they say the most stressful things about raising the 13 to 19-year-olds and specifically the 15-year-olds, mood swings, letting them make their own mistakes. And that's tough to do where they are doing something dumb and you want to go in there and yell at them and blah, 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 and stand in the corner or whatever you did to punish them. But now you got to realize I have to punish them in different ways. Even the homework today is a lot tougher. And then they say managing their time on technology, all these challenges, and many of them are new, is making it really tough to parent teenagers today.
And when they're that age, too, they say the brain is not fully formed.
Mm-hmm.
So they're making all these decisions and they're trying to go out in the world on their own and assert their independence. But their brain is not fully formed and ready to handle the big people world.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, no, it really is. And that's why parents, that's a lot. 75% say it's 13 to 19. So I hate to tell this to you if you've got an 11 or 12-year-old. But the worst years are coming.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Right,
I
strap in.
fought with my mom the most when I was about 15 or 16 because you're fighting for your independence. And you start to look at your parents going, they're human beings. They make mistakes too. They don't know everything. You start to kind of question that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing that's tricky about them too is they start to get into very adult things. And that is appealing to them because they want to be adults. And as an adult, there's a lot of adult things that can derail your life, your career, your plans, whatever it is you want to do. And here's the thing, the teenagers, they've got time and they've got technical knowledge that you don't have.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it is really tough. And that's why coming up here in a second, I think you're going to need this. It is the emoji drug decoder. How easy it is for teens to get drugs online. Boy, this is crazy. We're talking about how 15 is the toughest age to parent. 75% of parents said between 13 and 19, but they drilled right in on 15. They said it's just tough because there's so many challenges and emotional issues that's going on, and they're trying to exert their own independence, and they can also get into many adult things that are very problematic that they should not get into. And I didn't even realize how easy it is for kids to get drugs online until I saw this out from the Drug Enforcement Agency.
There's a drug decoder of emojis, like the eggplant means the dong.
Oh, yeah.
There's stuff like that means specific drugs.
Specific drugs,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they say, and here's what's happening. And, one of the things why parents said 15 was so tough is that their kids are spending so much time on technology and they're trying to regulate that. Well, drug dealers and traffickers, they realize that. So guess what? They're on social media in the same places where your teens are hanging out, and they're making it so convenient today that when they approach them and maybe play a video game with them, they can also send them drugs. They say what's happening a lot of times is they'll make a connection with you, maybe through WhatsApp or some app that you're not on as a parent and have no idea about. And if your kid has the Venmo or the Cash App, that's how they do it. So when they ask you for money for a video game, guess what? They may not be getting a video game that you don't know if they do or do not have because they're uploading it now right to their Xbox.
It's cocaine.
Right. The X is ecstasy in Xbox.
Oh
That's
my
the kind of X they
gosh.
get. Yeah, so to try to help parents understand what is going on, they've come up with an emoji drug decoder. So you'll know when your kids might be texting about illegal drugs. So it shows a various combinations of emojis, because it may not just be one. You may be like, okay, well, I get it. If they show the pill emoji, then I know what's going on. They're going for narcotics. And that's not that simple, because they will use a combination, and that's kind of what they show you. Now, the pill is in a lot of these. If you're talking about Percocet or oxycodone, Xanax, or Adderall, the pill emoji is used in that combination. So it is with MDMA and Molly's. So the pill emoji is used a lot. So that's one big red flag. If you see a pill emoji anywhere in your kid's stuff, what are you talking about?
Pretty self-explanatory. Kind of like
You're not going to trick me with that one, Kev.
Kind of like if you see a knife with a blood drop and then a head, I would maybe look into that.
Yeah, your kid might have severed someone's head.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty.
But here's the thing. If you're looking for heroin,
yeah,
brown heart and a dragon emoji. Or I guess maybe that's a seahorse. Sorry, seahorse. They don't have a dragon. Yeah, so it's brown heart and a seahorse. That's heroin. So that, if you saw that, what would you think? Are you thinking heroin when you see that, Virginia?
No, I would think a seahorse has diarrhea.
Can you give us the emojis and we try to guess them? See how good we are?
I can. I don't know how much it really. Okay, let me throw one at you.
Me and Vicious, we grew up on the streets.
Okay, you see a mushroom emoji. What is that?
I mean, come on, we're shrooming out here.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, see, yeah, maybe you're better at this than I thought. Okay, how about this? Snow globe, blue heart, diamond, and chemistry beaker.
That's meth.
That's meth.
That is meth, Virginia. Yeah. Okay, what if you have got pill, A, minus, and then, what is that, robot? I can't even tell. I don't even know what the emojis are.
A robot?
To even tell you.
A pill, and you said what?
Yeah.
And
it's
minus?
An A, and then minus.
Adderall?
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Adderall.
We're doing pretty good on this.
Yeah.
Denny's wants in. Denny's, what you coming in here for? You're like, I want to play.
That picture's a train. It's the A train. That's what Adderall.
A train.
A train.
Oh,
and the other one for
okay.
heroin is the dragon. It's chasing the dragon, not the seahorse.
Peace train.
Is that a dragon or
Yeah,
seahorse though?
it's
Is
a
that
dragon.
That is okay, so I was right at first. Okay,
Kevin,
so
I
that
think
is
you
a
need to step
dragon.
aside and let Denny's host this one.
You know,
there's no doubt.
Chasing the seahorse.
Chasing the seahorse.
Well, when
See, I don't even know what the emojis are. Look at me. I'm a middle-aged white dad.
You're so vanilla, too, on top of all of those.
See, this is what the eyes of a parent who would be completely clueless seeing all these emojis used in these combinations. I don't know, chasing the dragon? What the hell does that mean?
Let Peace Train teach you about A Train.
Let's go.
Well, so when I was putting it up, I was writing this clever description, because I was like, I use all of these emojis all the time, and I thought it was so funny. And then I saw that it was a serious thing from the DEA, and I was like, I might have to rewrite this. Originally, I thought it was just an awesome chart to show what emojis I use most.
Okay, so what do you think this is? If you got a pill, blue circle, the P, like the push a P, the parking, whatever it is, and then a banana. Any idea what that is? What would that? That's a 4 emoji combination for what drugs do you get if you're ordering that?
Okay, say it again one more time.
Pill, blue circle, parking emoji, banana.
You are getting ecstasy with a little bit of a sexual thing, a favor.
I don't need to do that. There's no sexual stuff in this.
All right.
Yeah. But if you want to keep doing that.
He likes to trade sex for drugs.
Yeah. Clearly. All right. I think he just does one act. I think I know what it is.
We don't know that one. Tell us.
Yeah. That's Percocet and oxycodone.
Oh.
What's the banana mean?
I don't know. See, that's just it. I'm looking at this. I'm like, I would be so lost if I saw that combination. Like I said, the pill is a big old red flag, but there are other things like if you see the emoji for like the money bag, the crown, the dollars, the face that has the dollar signs and a dollar bill coming out of the emoji face. So that's an issue. A snow globe is something to look out for. So
Snow globe makes me think it's cocaine.
That's part of the meth one. And if you want to do cocaine, it's got snow, it's got rain clouds, snowman, 8-ball, the 8-ball, and that makes sense.
Yeah. Snowman and the 8-ball.
Yeah.
Crystal clear.
It's pretty clear what's going on.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy. And they say a universal for drugs is the red maple leaf. That is not being
Really?
used. Yeah, that's a universal for drugs.
What if you're just a fan of the hockey team?
Yeah, that's what your kid will tell you. He'd be like, no, Dad, I just, I like hockey. And you'd be like, oh, okay. No, they sent out an SOS for drugs.
What would you think if someone sent you this? Snow and then the eggplant.
Oh.
Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Someone who puts cocaine on their penis? Which I don't know if it's an urban myth, but I've heard like, I went at the strip club and the stripper did cocaine off my penis. I'm like, okay, whatever. I've heard people say that, but I didn't believe them.
Kev seems to be getting a little uncomfortable for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Too far?
You think maybe Coke Dong's doing it?
He's the one that brought up Coke Dong.
I didn't know you were gonna say that. I just know what you're gonna do, Gremlin. I just know what you're gonna do.
Well, if you want to check out the list from the DEA, Denny's did tactfully put that up. It's on our social media, Facebook and Instagram. Go look for the KVJ Show, and maybe you can have that handy. It's always nice when you actually have one up on your kid because they have so many up on you when they become teenagers.
Amen.
That if you see any of these, you know exactly what they're talking about. I don't know that this is a good idea, but let's hear it through. Got an email here. It says, I've had a crush on my doctor for the last 2 years. Now, I don't know if my doctor is married, and I don't even know if she is gay, which I am. Would it be a terrible idea if I told her? I was thinking about going something along the lines of, I need to terminate care with you because my feelings for you aren't professional.
Oh, gosh, that's awful.
I thought so too. I genuinely think this crush isn't going away and I can't keep it to myself, but I don't want to make her uncomfortable. Is this a bad idea?
First of all, I would do research at the bare minimum. Find out if she's with somebody. There's ways you can find this stuff out these days.
You got two hurdles here. You're right. You've got two hurdles. One, are they married? And two, are they gay?
Also, what kind of doctor? I mean, are you a gynosaurus? Are you a knee doctor? Do you just do bone work?
I would assume it's just a regular general practitioner doctor, because if it was, a gyno, I think it would say that, or OBGYN, whatever it might be. So that'd be my guess. It'd just be your general, but it's 2 years. And how often do you see your doctor? I mean, how often are you tortured with this?
It's not like you're asking somebody that's, working at the restaurant. It's your doctor.
Your doctor, yeah. And doctor's one of those things too. You can find a new restaurant, finding a new doctor that's great, that you love, that takes your insurance and all those kind of things. That's tougher to find than I need a new place to get a hoagie.
Also, too, it makes people uncomfortable sometimes. You're just chilling at your job, and then, I have to terminate being your patient because my feelings for you are so strong. I mean, that's kind of a psychotic thing to say.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell her right away because, I mean, obviously she wrote a lot more in the email. But
someone tells me this is at least a 9-page email.
It was really long. Yeah, it was about that long. There's a lot of details you guys don't need. But it really came down to this, and I was like, okay, I was thinking of going along with, I got to terminate my care with you because my feelings for you aren't professional. I was just like,
this happens to doctors. I bet you any money this happens to nurses and doctors all the time in the medical community. Because think about it. Imagine you have a patient who's lonely, hasn't anybody give any attention to them. And then you've got some people who are nurturing in that field. They're taking care of you.
Right.
People get crushed. Odd, weird crushes.
I could see
because
it.
They're lonely.
Absolutely, I could see that. I think it's only natural. I'm sure there's so many crushes that happen between patients and doctors, and I'm sure, and I actually know of a few, where they have wound up in a romantic relationship together and they get married and life ends happily ever after. But that's rare.
I feel like if that was the case, that person would be sending you some vibes too. It sounds like they are cold calling, basically just going to say, "Hey, I like you. I don't know how you feel," because they don't even know if they're married.
They wrote a lot of descriptions about what's so wonderful about the doctor, but everything, you're right, sounded like this is why they're great. This is why I need to do this. This is why my heart is so invested in this. I'm sick with this. I cannot even stand to see her because of my feelings. It's tough. I don't know. I mean, if you're that love struck that you can't even go to the doctor's appointment without it just ruining your life, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you need to switch doctors. But I mean, going right in and throwing this Hail Mary.
I don't think it's a good idea, but Kev, what the hell do I know?
I know. That's why I wanted to, see what everybody else has to say. Is there anybody that's done this? Is there a way to do this? Are you a doctor who would say, okay, if you're going to approach your doctor with romantic feelings, here's how you do it? And I completely agree with you, Jay Bird. I would answer two big questions. One, are they married? Two, are they gay? So right there, you're putting yourself, the odds of this aren't great. And the odds of that aren't that awesome.
I'm always bummed out if I got medical stuff. If I have to go do a medical anything and I am slightly even attracted to the person that's working on me or doing something, I don't want you looking in my mouth and seeing what's going on if I'm attracted to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too much.
It was tough. No.
I don't want you seeing how the hot dog's made.
It was tough. I told you about that one doctor, and I got a switcheroo, and I got to see another doctor that day, and that's when I went to go see, and I had that lump down underneath.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I think you just got a zit on your balls. I was like, oh
that's
man,
rough.
that was just, that was one of my worst medical moments. That's number one.
I told you about my old ass doctor. He completely blindsided me. I was doing a whole full on check with the body, nards, the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle, and he brought two young, attractive coworkers that I was not. I'm like, I was already naked on spread eagle.
Feels like you need to sign off on this.
And they're walking in with my nards hanging up to the heavens.
No. I'm guessing your nards weren't to the heavens. They were probably more to hell.
You are not. You ain't lying. They were heading down south. I was terrible. I got to prepare for something like that. I don't care if the old doctor.
To hell.
Well, the doctor had the same kind of balls I got, but
but his aren't out.
A heads up would have been nice.
There's a big difference. What do you do here? Somebody has sent us an email and they said, yes, I have a massive crush on my doctor. I don't know if she's married. I don't know if she's gay, which I am. I was thinking about just saying, you know what? I got to terminate care with you because my feelings for you aren't professional, and see where that goes.
This ain't a John Hughes movie.
Doesn't feel like the lead in. You're right. Dr. Bill is on here from Sunrise. Dr. Bill, does this sound like a bad idea?
Yes, it does. And first, let me just say, guys, I'm a big fan of the show, so thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Nice. Thanks.
Yeah, it's a huge red flag. And I was telling Denny's that, per our license in the state, that it's actually against our license to cross that boundary and date a patient. You can take legal act. They can take actions against your license. So you have to do what's called a cooling off period, which would be 6 months to a year. And actually, the only field that's illegal completely is if you're a psychiatrist, you can never date or cross that line with a patient, or they can actually suspend or take your license away.
Wow. Okay. So that adds a third, even bigger hurdle to this plan. Now, does this ever happen at all? And have you known anybody that has ever, in a sense, flushed a career for love? Because maybe they'd be like, well, maybe they would leave being a doctor for me, which that at this point we are talking about somebody that might be a little unhinged.
What makes you say that?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, I've seen it goes a couple different ways. That doctors have crossed male and female that line, and it turned into a sexual relationship. It ended poorly, and then the patient goes to the state, and then their license is suspended, or they have to go through 5 years of like physician counseling and all of that. And I actually know one physician who crossed that line. They got married rather quickly, and it divorced ugly. And she went to the state and said, "We didn't wait that specific time," and they basically pulled his license.
Wow. Okay, Dr. Bill, that's a slam dunk.
It happens.
Yeah, that's a slam dunk. Thank you very much, man. We appreciate you listening too.
Can I guess what kind of doctor? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Jaybird, go ahead. What were you going to ask?
I was just going to try to guess what kind of doctor you were. I feel like you are, I don't know, you specialize in feet.
I would say no, I hate feet. I work in physical medicine and rehabilitation.
Okay.
So I deal with like car accidents, spinal cord injuries, things along that lines.
Okay, I was completely wrong, but it's all good.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Bill.
But if I could just throw one quick thing. It does happen, and I can tell you right now that patients coming to me saying those things you have to be. It's a very delicate situation, and it's happened to me. And I've actually had a patient like grab my backside and stuff like that. And it's just you have to talk it down. And if it feels like it's going to be too much, you have to be careful, because there's another thing that can trap a physician is you can't abandon a patient. You just can't discharge a patient because of this, because they can go to the state and say you abandoned them.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a really ugly. Yeah, it's a really ugly situation, just to let you guys know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what happened in The Sopranos. Tony starts to kind of want to get with the psychiatrist, and you can't do that. But so you can't abandon him either.
So this is a massive headache for a doctor if
hell
a
yeah.
patient's ever like, I have the hots for you. I can't stand it. Oh, man.
Exactly. So, well, thank you for letting me talk, and it was great talking to you guys. Like I said, a big fan, and one day I hope to maybe meet you guys out in public at one of your public events.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, we'll have to get to Sunrise there soon.
Bye, Dr. Bill.
Yeah, Dr. Bill. All right. Wow. Okay, so bad idea. That's what I thought.
Who would have thought that?
I'm glad Dr. Bill, though, he could bring the credibility to my opinion. So what do you think about pouring orange juice over your cereal? Well, in honor of National Orange Juice Day on May 4th, Tropicana is releasing a cereal specifically intended to mix with orange juice instead of milk.
I think it's awful, and I'm not sure why they're doing it. And the only thing that's grosser than that would be orange juice and chocolate together.
They describe this as a honey almond cereal with the honey almond clusters that you put in there, that apparently these multiple flavors actually mix well with orange. That's what they're saying.
I got much love for the honey clustered kind of cereals. I think they're all good, but orange juice is gnarly, and we all know it.
They say that they've chosen this cereal to deal with the orange juice's tartiness, and it will balance it all out by doing what they have put together.
Fat Kevin, if I may bend your ear for a second.
Yes.
When you were you a fan of taking those orange juices in the can? They're supposed to put you put the whole thing in a big old jug and then put water in it, and it's supposed to make it's orange juice that way.
Oh, the orange juice from concentrate. It was the frozen. It was in the frozen section. You would get it, and fat kids could just eat it like it was ice cream.
I would eat it right straight from the can.
Yeah, because there's nothing but straight sugar.
It was that's the feeling I
hate
love.
it when you put the water with it, because it watered down the sugary taste.
Of course, we all knew that.
All fat kids knew that.
It was like an orange Julius.
Yeah.
It tasted delicious.
Oh, yeah. The Fat Kid Club, they know that.
Do they still make those? I might have to go get one of those today and just eat it straight out of the can.
Oh, it's unreal. I mean, they probably don't make it like when we were kids, because they were the most unhealthiest things you could possibly put in that small amount of a can. It was just pure sugar.
Do they still make those, or is that thing completely gone?
I don't know. That'd be interesting to find out. It's been a long time since I've gone that route, and I remember I graduated from that when I realized that just wasn't healthy, and I'm like going, I'm going to go to something healthier. It's called Sunny D, and I thought that was an upgrade.
That stuff is so thick.
I really, for a part of my life, I thought Sunny D was like a diet drink.
That was tasty medicine.
It was
a very tasty good medicine.
And they would, the commercials, it was like there's lots of sunshine and kids playing and happy moms, and you're like going, oh, this is healthy stuff.
You want that purple jug? No, I'll take some Sunny D. We got Sunny D.
Yeah. Yes, I
gotta get me some frozen orange juice in a can today.
Yeah. Well, if you want to try it out, I actually would be interested in trying this out. You can go to TropicanaCrunch.com. It's one of those things where they're doing it as a promotion for Orange Juice Day. It does sound gnarly, but is there any chance it could actually be good? I guess you can try that out. So you're selling that.
People are saying there's oil in Sunny D.
Oil?
Yeah, it's one of the ingredients.
Oil? Like you can put it in your car and it'll run? A couple other things you buying or selling on this. Heinz has a new product called Dip and Crunch that lets you dip your booger. All right, kids, don't be dipping your boogers in. It's crushed up potato chips for your burger.
Ooh, we call that redneck lettuce, my friend.
Yeah, it comes with crushed up chips, plus a sauce to dip your burger in first. There's two varieties, a secret sauce and a spicy version. You can get it at Walmart, Target, or some grocery stores.
Oh, baby, that is just my game.
Heinz Dip and Crunch.
Oh, Dip and Crunch?
But it sounds like you do it on your own. Why do you got to buy Heinz's version?
You can. I get a lot of Lay's potato chip, different kind of flavors. The barbecue will have a different kind of a note than the sour cream, depending on what kind of mood you're in.
Okay. Yeah, I think you do it better than they did. And then finally, Krispy Kreme partnered with Cinnamon Toast Crunch to create cinnamon milk glazed donuts.
Who's that? That's
Krispy Kreme, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, cinnamon milk glazed donuts.
Kev, you know my answer.
That sounds like a buy.
I only run on Dunkin'.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Sorry. So you got to sell for brand loyalty. After the show podcast is going to be coming up here live on YouTube in just about 10 minutes. You can always get it on demand too at kvjshow.tv. Bird, to get us there, give us your thought for the day.
Yes. Oh no,
he's a jolly good fellow.
I'm sorry. Of course, 2 days in a row. Why wish upon a star? No, that's not the one. No
when
matter
you
what
wonder who you are.
No matter what people will tell you, words and oh gosh. If you want to achieve greatness,
is this strike 3? How many? I think you're out at that point.
If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission. Ah, okay. Oh, thank God Virginia's not here.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.